The definition of a democracy, per Merriam-Webster Dictionary, is a government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly or indirectly through a system of representation usually involving periodically held free elections. When considering the presence of gerrymandering and its influence on Texas votes, it is not possible to characterize the government of Texas as a democracy. In other words, the state of Texas is not operating as a democracy. The following two sources act to define gerrymandering and cite some of its effects on Texas election outcomes that thereby disqualify Texas as a democracy. According to Merriam-Webster, gerrymandering is the practice of dividing or arranging a territorial unit into election districts in a way that gives one political party an unfair advantage in an election. Gerrymandering is an openly used political strategy, manipulates the vote of the individual voter, and is also a common form of voter suppression. Because gerrymandering is a sanctioned form of political strategy meant to influence votes, this transfers the majority of power away from the people into the hands of the few, which is incompatible with the definition of a democracy. According to McKee and Teigen, as written in the Social Science Quarterly, the presence of gerrymandering has a substantial bias in favor of the Republican Party and thereby acts as a form of voter suppression. Furthermore, the process of gerrymandering in the years 2001 to 2003 was a strategy employed by Republican legislators that was, and I quote, highly effective in its efforts to reconfigure congressional boundaries to benefit Republican candidates. This evidence directly supports the argument that the few legislators have the ultimate say in how much weight a vote carries. This fact directly supports the argument that Texas is not operating as a true democracy. The presence of gerrymandering is incompatible with the definition of a democracy because it transfers ultimate voting power away from the majority and into the hands of the few, i.e. legislators. So as long as legislators have power over redistricting and can influence votes in this manner, Texas is not operating as a true democracy.